Hey guys! In today's video, we will talk about the audit regulation in Malaysia. Let us first explain on the fundamental principles and the conceptual framework. Section 100.1 explains the fundamental principles that needs to be followed by every professional accountant. This is divided in 5 parts, which is integrity, objectivity, professional competence and due care, confidentiality and professional behavior. In a situation where the operation of the professional accountant may not comply with the fundamental principles, bylaws came up with a conceptual framework which enables professional accountant to identify, assess, address threats for it to accepted by the fundamental principles. Other than that, a professional accountant should be able to make a judgment on threats that arises, consider its qualitative and quantitative factors during evaluation and correct the broken violation promptly. For a situation where requirements stated by bylaws do not meet the public interest, a professional accountant may seek advice from members' body or the right regulator. It is important for us to understand that threats may result from various relationship and circumstances which may affect the compliance with fundamental principles. Here, we can see that there are 5 types of threats. In Section 110 of Integrity, an accountant is obligated to be straightforward and honest when doing his job. A professional accountant must not involve himself in reports, returns, communication or other information that contains inaccurate or misleading information. Professional accountant realize that the above criteria is present in the information, he is required to dissociate from that. According to subsection 1 of section 120, every professional accountant is obligated to make his professional judgment without any bias, conflict of interest or undue influence by other people. Therefore, if a situation where a professional accountant will encounter this issue that can affect his objectivity, can occur. Therefore, he is required to restrain himself from performing any professional service where issue stated in 120. A professional accountant is obligated to maintain his professional skill and knowledge which shows that he is able to provide a competent service. It is also important for a professional accountant to act diligently according to the standard when giving services. There are 2 phases of professional competence, namely achievement of professional competence and maintaining professional competence. Here in Section 140 of Confidentiality, we are going to talk about the limitations of professional accountant. First is to reveal any informations related to his clients without actual and precise jurisdiction except with authority. The second limitation is misusing the classified informations gained from his clients for the benefits. As you can see here, there are 4 conditions where classified data can be revealed. Section 150 is about professional behavior of a professional accountant. The concept is to emphasize the duty of professional accountants to obey the rules and regulations. In the situation of promoting themselves, a professional accountant should make sure that such promotions are honored skillfully and perform in bestowal with the applicable law. Professional accountant should be upright and sincere and should not make an overstatement of claims for their services and degrade the credit of and doubt others' work. Section 240 explain on the fees and other types of remuneration. Section 240.1 state that a professional accountant can set a reasonable amount of fees for his services that may varies between one that may create threats to compliance. To reduce this, clients should be well informed about the terms of engagement, statutory duties and proper time and staff should be assigned to task. Section 240.2a further state that the fees charged must be equivalent to the services provided. Contingent fees are for non-assurance engagement which can cause self-threats in some situations such as nature of engagement, range of fee amount and basis of determined fee. To reduce such threats, written agreement shall be prepared and communicate with users of work done regarding the fees. There shall be a quality control policies and work review by professional accountant. Section 240.5 state that professional accountant may receive commissions while 240.6 said that this action will create self-interest threats. The safeguards are by communicating with the client on the payment and receipt of referral fees and advance agreement is required involving the sale by third party of goods or services to the client. Section 500 explains on method of practice. 500.1 states that business name must be legit and not a personal name. Member in public practice cannot act as chartered accountant except in the name of his own name, his partner's name, and business existing at that time. Section 500.3 first explain the usage of firm's name opposed to public practice would bring disrepute. Next, a member in public practice should not state his views on the financial statement, and lastly, the member shall not help anyone who is chartered accountant, auditor, tax consultant in any ways. Any non-member of institute to practice in partnership is unallowable by member. Section 500.5 subsection 1 states limitations of non-member in public practice. 500.5 subsection 2 mentioned the duties of members on tax consultant. 500.5 subsection 3 state a licensed accountant is not precluded by paragraph 500.5 subsection 1. Section 500.6 member may subject to these bylaws as a director in a limited or unlimited company that offers tax services, provided that the member or company does not breach any written law and the company is not described as chartered accountant. Next, members that participate as director or shareholders in limited or unlimited companies are members in public practice and provisions of the rules of institute and cause the companies to follow these rules if such members hold majority interest direct and indirect in the companies. Section 500.8 further explain on issuance of name of practice and any disagreement may make an appeal to the council. Every member in practice should register his firm, inform changes to institute, prepare evidence and report annual return. 500.10 certificates of registration issued are firm's registration number, obligation to display the certificates and returning it to institute upon dissolution. The logo must include these two.